In 59 minutes, this bridge will not exist. And the strangest part? Everyone watching knew it was coming. They'd known for months. This is the story of Galloping Gertie and the flaw hiding in plain sight. November 7th, 1940. Puget Sound, Washington. A 4-month-old bridge, the third longest suspension span on Earth, is twisting, not swaying. Twisting. One sidewalk rises 28 feet above the other. Then they trade places, every 5 seconds. In the middle of the span, a car sits abandoned, sliding between curbs. Inside it, a black cocker spaniel named Tubby. His owner is crawling toward the towers on his hands and knees, 600 feet of writhing steel between him and solid ground. 4 months earlier, this was the most beautiful bridge in the world. 7,000 people crossed on opening day. This is the story of Galloping Gertie and the flaw that was hiding in plain sight. The 1930s. Washington State needs to connect Tacoma to its naval shipyard across the Narrows, a mile-wide channel where tides run like rivers. Ferries take an hour. A bridge would take 11 minutes. The problem? It would need to be one of the longest ever attempted over some of the most violent water in America. Enter Leon Moisseiff, the most celebrated bridge theorist of his generation. His designs helped shape the Manhattan Bridge and the Golden Gate. His philosophy: suspension bridges could be lighter, more slender, more elegant than anyone dared. His math said so. And his math had never been wrong. The state's original plan called for a deck stiffened by deep open trusses, 25 feet of steel skeleton the wind could pass through. Moisseiff's redesign replaced them with solid plate girders just 8 feet deep. It cut the cost nearly in half. It also made the deck a ribbon, 2 lanes wide, half a mile long, and about as rigid as a ruler held at both ends. July 1st, 1940. Opening day. 7,000 people cross. Engineers call it the most beautiful bridge in the world. The workers who built it call it something else: Galloping Gertie. Because even in light wind, the deck rises and falls, slow rolling waves, sometimes 5 feet high. Drivers watch the car ahead of them disappear into a trough and rise again. Some cross the state line just to ride it. It becomes a tourist attraction, a roller coaster you can drive. The state isn't laughing. They hire Professor Frederick Farquharson to study a scale model. He recommends fixes: drill holes through the girders to let wind pass, or add curved fairings to smooth the flow. On November 2nd, his final report lands on desks in Olympia. The bridge has 5 days left. Here's what everyone believed: the bouncing was uncomfortable, but survivable. The bridge had ridden out winds twice as strong as anything that morning. Hold-down cables had been added, hydraulic buffers installed. The motion was vertical, up and down, and vertical motion, the engineers agreed, wouldn't kill it. They were right, it wouldn't. What killed it was something nobody had ever seen. November 7th, 9:45 a.m. Wind, 42 miles per hour. Newspaper editor Leonard Coatsworth drives onto the span with Tubby in the back seat. Halfway across, the bridge lurches, and the motion changes. The deck stops bouncing and starts to twist. This is the moment physics students will watch for the next century. The deck corkscrews through 45 degrees, left sidewalk up, right sidewalk down, reversing 5 times a minute. Lampposts whip like fishing rods. The roadway concrete cracks and rains into the sound. Coatsworth's car door flings open. He's thrown to the pavement. He crawls. Tubby stays. Professor Farquharson is on the bridge, taking measurements as it dies, walking the center line where the twisting is smallest. He reaches the car and tries to pull Tubby out. The terrified dog bites his hand. The professor retreats. It is the last time anyone touches the car. 11:02 a.m. With a sound witnesses compared to a machine gun, rivets shearing in sequence, 600 feet of roadway, tears-free, and falls 190 feet into the Narrows. Tubby, the Cocker Spaniel, is the disaster's only fatality. The textbooks will tell you what happened next. Resonance, the wind matching the bridge's natural frequency, like a soprano shattering a glass. Your physics book probably still says this. Your physics book is wrong. The real killer is called aeroelastic flutter, and it's stranger than resonance. The twisting deck changes how the wind hits it, and the wind pushes back in a way that twists it further. The bridge wasn't being shaken by the wind's rhythm. The bridge was creating its own, a feedback loop feeding on the very motion it caused, each cycle adding energy, with no upper limit. The only way it ends is failure. The inquiry changes bridge building forever. From now on, every major suspension bridge on Earth must pass wind tunnel testing before a single cable is spun. The Golden Gate itself is quietly retrofitted. Moisseiff's reputation never recovers. He dies 3 years later. And Gertie? She's still there. The fallen span was never recovered. Today, it's one of the largest man-made reefs on the planet, home to giant Pacific octopus, protected as a historic site. Her replacement, opened in 1950, has deep open trusses. Engineers nicknamed it Sturdy Gertie. It has never galloped once. Every bridge you cross today is calmer because this one danced. If you want more stories of the small flaws that brought down giant things, subscribe. The next one is already being built.